You're right. I just went a few weeks ago. They had actually Don Zimmer night, but in between innings, there's all this stuff going on. You don't have a chance to talk to the person next to you about the game. That's the part of the fun, the conversation with the people with you.
Well, that you talk baseball. I'm always my wife and I call her McGraw. I said, "Would you run him, McGraw?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I don't think so." I said, "Well, this guy can't run. Hits a ground ball. It's a double play." And then she'll say, "Well, what if he strikes out? It's still a double play, but if you keep him at first, or is he going to bunt?" That's part of baseball, is managing and trying to figure out what the real manager's doing. You're not privy to in a dugout, like a lot of people say, "Well, he yanked the pitcher too soon." Well, you don't know. You can still say it, but you don't know. Maybe the pitcher came in, like I've heard many pitchers say, "Hey, I'm running on fumes, man. The first bit of trouble, you better get me some help." And that's why they make the quick hook. But today it's just like a pitcher. He's got a two-seamer, a four-seamer, a sinker, a sailor, a cutter, a backdoor slider. It used to be he's got a fastball that moves. He's got a curveball. It's a tight curveball. It really snaps. Overhand curveball. Now they got all these MTV names.
Yeah.
And then you get statistics like Ben Sheets was leading the league, believe it or not, in most pickoff throw attempts. That was it.
Yeah.
Will you tell me how that enhances your watching the game?
It's almost overproduced nowadays. You go back and you watch some of the games you did. They'll occasionally show those on ESPN Classic. It's almost surprising now how quiet the broadcast was. You more underscored it rather than talk through the whole thing, which they tend to do nowadays.
Well, when you got the crowd helping you, and a no-hitter, I remember doing a no-hitter, Nolan Ryan against the Dodgers. Went into the ninth inning. I said, the three hitters are, named the hitters, and I said, the crowd will tell you what's happening as you watch. And with every strike, you'd hear a roar, and with the umpire calling it a ball, you'd hear, "Oh." And that to me is dramatic.
Oh, yeah.
That is dramatic.
As we wrap up here with Joe Garagiola, author of Just Play Ball, I miss the old Game of the Week on NBC with you and, of course, Vin, and then you and Tom Seaver, of course, you and Gowdy and Kubek. Those were great days, and those must have been, I guess, true great days for yourself, or you got to see a different two teams every week.
Oh, that was the great thing about Game of the Week. You couldn't wait to see certain guys. I mean, I would like to see the young catcher at Minnesota, Mauer. I've not seen him play. I just saw him one game on television, things like that. With Game of the Week, we would pick the game that we thought was the best, and we did it, and you had a chance to visit with them. But now, I tell you, there's so many games on. I was in New York about 3 weeks ago. I could have watched the Mets, the Yankees, the Phillies, the Red Sox, Atlanta, or the Cubs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little bit of overkill.
There are almost too many games on in a way. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not as special anymore because living in New York, you need to see the Yankees or the Mets, but then you got to see maybe the Dodgers and the Cardinals one on a Saturday, which you don't normally get to see, or an American League team you don't normally get to see.
Right.
Those were great days. Well, Joe, it's really been fun to talk to you for a few minutes. So the name of the book is Just Play Ball, and I guess it's out in all the bookstores right now, right, Joe?
Oh, it's in all the big borders, Barnes & Noble. Amazon's got it, so you can get it, and I'll tell you what, you'll get a smile out of it. Nobody gets a girl at the end. Steroids is not even mentioned, or all that other negative stuff. You will enjoy it.
One of those just true, enjoyable books. You're going to laugh. You're going to hear some great stories. And, Joe, I hope we can talk to you again down the road. Again, a big fan of yours over the years. And thanks for being with us today in Sarasota.
I say thank you, and you got my number, so it's up to you. You give me a call, and if I'm not here to leave a message, I'll get back to you.
I will definitely do that. Thank you, Joe.
Okay, Doug.
We'll take a break and be right back.